My name is Glenn Stout and I'm the author of Fenway 1912. Fenway 1912 tells several stories. First and foremost, it tells the story of Fenway Park, why it was built the way it was built, how it was built, and why the architect James McLaughlin made the park look the way it does. It also tells the story of the 1912 baseball season where the Red Sox won the American League pennant, and over the course of that season we get to see the personality of Fenway Park revealed over the course of an entire year. And lastly, it tells the story of the 1912 World Series between the Red Sox and the New York Giants, an unforgettable World Series that went an incredible 8 games and ended with a victory by the Red Sox in Fenway Park. This book is different from other books about Fenway's anniversary in that it actually tells the story of the park. Many of the other books about Fenway are handsome volumes, but are primarily illustrated histories that end up telling the history of the franchise. This tells the actual history of the ballpark. In Fenway 1912, you'll learn how the park was built. You'll learn the aesthetic influences on the design of the park. And you'll learn how the park affected the way the 1912 Red Sox played baseball that season and how it helped them win a pennant. The left field wall was part of Fenway Park from the very beginning. Duffy's Cliff, the embankment below the left field wall, was originally built to hold back Lansdowne Street. It actually served a physical purpose. And the wall atop it, which at that time was about another 25 feet tall, was for years just referred to as the wall. In 1933 and 1934, when Tom Yawkey reconstructed the park, the left field wall took on its now familiar dimensions and its full height. It was painted a color known as Dartmouth green, and over the years eventually became known as the Green Monster. One of the things I discuss in the book is why so many people have such a strong connection to Fenway Park. And I think the reason behind that is because Fenway Park, in a formal sense, has never really been preserved. Instead, it's always been allowed to change, adapt, and evolve. The result of that is when each person enters Fenway Park for the first time, they have a unique experience. When I first entered Fenway Park in 1982, I saw a different ballpark from the one that Carl Yastrzemski saw in 1961 or Ted Williams in 1939. And I think that different snapshot we all have in our minds of Fenway Park the first time we saw a ball game there starts a conversation between generations. And through those conversations we all realize how we're connected individually to the park. And I think in the future, if Fenway Park is to survive, it will continue to adapt and evolve. You can find out more about Fenway 1912 and all my other books at my website, www.glennstout.net, and that's Glenn with 2 N's. Also on my blog, Verb Plow,